everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen. Well, I finally did it. I am replacing old unreliable. I am tired of the smell of burning wire, the tripping circuit breakers, the terrible results. I am getting rid of the old hand mixer. This is the Braun Multimix 5 HM5100. I thought I would do an unboxing and a few tests of some typical scenarios for a hand mixer, including making whipped cream, meringue, and some pizza dough. I have all my hand mixing hopes and dreams pinned to the Braun Multimix 5. Will I be overjoyed or disappointed? Join me and we'll find out. I've actually had this sitting on my counter for close to a week, resisting the temptation to open it because I wanted to share this with you today. But I can't wait any longer, so let's get this thing open and see what's inside. All right, we got it. We have a crinkled up instruction manual, registration information, warranty and product registration, a canvas bag, beaters and dough hooks. Now, I have to admit I am a little bit skeptical about making dough with a hand mixer, but it includes the hook, so I'm going to try it. Here's a comparison of my old beater on the left and the new beater from the Braun Multimix 5 on the right. The big difference here is there is nothing in the middle of the Braun Multimix 5 beater. Nothing to get clogged up. I'm very excited about that. On the beaters, we have instructions for how to insert them into the hand mixer. And I think the key here is different shapes, which I hadn't noticed before, but same goes for the dough hooks. And last but not least, behold, the Braun Multimix 5. The first thing that I notice is the gray rubbery grip. It feels good in your hand and I don't think it's going anywhere. The cord can be moved about 90 degrees and it seems to click into place. This hand mixer is designed for one-handed operation. The power button is here and the speed adjustment is a thumb dial. What do you think? Should we read the instructions? No. If people read the instructions, they wouldn't have put this guide on the beaters. We'll just stick these under the box for later. The first challenge is obviously to install these beaters into the hand mixer. And with these instructions, what could go wrong? Round side into the round hole, and the hexagon goes into the hexagon. I had some heavy whipping cream left over from other projects, so we'll combine both of these partial containers and make some delicious dessert topping. That's really thick. I hope it's still good. This was open, but it says it's good until July 13th, so that's weeks away. I will carefully measure some powdered sugar. And a couple of drops of vanilla. I am using a chilled glass bowl to mix this. I just heard that was best. Starting off on slow speed to get this powdered sugar incorporated. All right, it's mostly in there. I'm going to increase the speed with the power of one thumb. Yeah. I like how easy this is to adjust. Oh, this cord is hitting me in the hand. I think I'll push it down. Much better. I'm getting some bubbles in here, which I really wasn't expecting. Maybe it's because my cream is old. But I'm not getting peaks yet, so we'll keep going. This is at speed 7 out of 9. Okay, this is max speed. You can hear it, but it's not as loud as my old mixer. This is 350 watts of power, by the way. This makes me want pumpkin pie. Still a little loose. I actually haven't made this before, so I was just kind of winging it. All right, I'm giving up on the whipped cream. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. What could possibly be wrong with a hand mixer? But I'm not getting the lift. And I don't think you can dollop this on anything. Yeah, that's not a dollop. But it is delicious. Next, I'll try making some meringue. And for this test, I will use 3 eggs. Three egg whites. Oh, I violated my 1 thumb rule. I had it on maximum speed, but I felt like it was working too quickly, so I turned it down. I think we're about done here. Oh, this is beautiful. That is some gorgeous meringue, and that's just egg whites, no sugar. For my dough test, I'm going to make some sourdough pizza dough, and for that I need a cup of sourdough starter. It's a little loose, but that's fine. A cup of warm water. I'm going to give this a little mix on low speed. Ultimately, I'm going to use 3 cups of flour, but I started off with 2. I don't think I need the dough hooks yet. I'll switch to those if I need to. Keeping it on low speed so the flour doesn't fly everywhere. I don't know if you can see this very well, but the dough is climbing up the beaters and then falling off. And I think that's because of the hollow design. It's not clogging the beater. Since this is a one-handed operation, I'm going to use a spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl. Of course, the spatula is almost a two-handed operation. Well, this looks to me like it's thoroughly mixed. So I'll shut it off and just let it drip out of those beaters. And very little is clinging to them. So I like that. I'm going to set this aside for 30 to 60 minutes just to make sure that the ingredients are thoroughly moistened, and then we'll come back and add another cup of flour. Okay, it's been about a half hour. I think the dough is ready to accept the remaining ingredients. Once again, I will be adding the dough hooks this time, and I will use the scheme of the hexagon in the hexagon-shaped hole and the circle in the circle-shaped hole. I don't know what difference it makes, but if they think there's a difference, then I will honor that. I am adding a 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to incorporate these ingredients before I add the extra flour. Using the dough hook, and it does have a different feel than the beaters. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like it pulls more. I don't want to get too crazy with the speed here, but I will start adding the flour. I'm just going to be testing the power of the hand mixer. There's no way that my old hand mixer could have done this task, even without the 3 cups of flour. But they say you can do this, so we'll see. The dough is looking good. I'm going to add a little more flour. Normally I would use a stand mixer for dough, but I just want to test the power of the hand mixer. More flour. I'm guessing there's about 2.5 cups of flour in this mixture at the moment. And I don't notice any difference in the sound of the mixer. It doesn't sound like it's straining more. And the operation of the mixer seems to be identical. Adding more flour. Now with my stand mixer, I could easily do 3 cups of flour in this recipe, but I'm adding this gradually because it's the first time, so I'm going to see how it handles. This pizza dough is not for tonight. This is best if you age it for 3 days, which will be great because I know I'll be hungry for pizza in 3 days. There's about a 1/4 cup of flour left in here. I'm just going to add the rest of it. It doesn't seem like the mixer is straining, but as I push it through the dough, I'm kind of straining. The dough is just really thickening up. Now, normally with a stand mixer, I would beat it slow like this until all of the flour is incorporated, because you don't want flour flying all over the room. But I think we're there now, and so I can go to a higher speed and hopefully get to the point while the gluten is formed and the dough forms into a ball and is whipping across the sides of it and picking up all the bits that are stuck to the sides of the bowl right now. So increasing the speed. I'm curious how your hand mixer would do making a big batch of dough like this. All right, increasing the speed. Okay, this is the highest speed, and I can really feel the dough pulling up. It is forming into a ball. This is really cool. It definitely, you can hear it, it might be straining a little bit here, but it's handling the job. There are no weird smells of burning wiring, so I think we're okay. But it is pulling most of the material off the sides of the bowl. And I think I'm about ready here. I'm just seeing if I can end up with without having to clean my blades here, but I don't know if that's possible. Ooh, this is getting warm. Well, it's not hot, but it's definitely warm. I'd say it's working hard for me. All right, so I didn't get the dough hooks completely clean, but that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see in this lighting how, I mean, it's the bowl is mostly clean, so I think that's a successful test. Well, this has got to rest a little bit, but we are done with the mixer. The rest is stretching and folding by hand, and I'm not going to film that. That's irrelevant at this point, but this should make some excellent pizza dough. So, the Braun Multimix 5. Is it powerful? Yes. Is it easy to use? Yes. What I really like is the ability for this to stand on its end, and yet the cord moves down to get out of your way. I like that. I like the one-handed operation. You can leave it on whatever speed you want, and you turn the power on and off, and it will, it doesn't interfere with anything. Most of the, I think, certainly my last hand mixer, my old hand mixer, it was off, was like the one speed below low. And so you couldn't just go from off to high speed without, you know, going through all the other speeds. This, you can do that. Very easy to use with one hand. It does get a little warm when it's on max and it's mixing up dough, but I forgive it for that. I don't know what significance these shapes have. Why do you need to have them in a specific hole? I don't know, but it's easy to remember, so it's not a lot of thought involved there. And I know that there is a like a mini food processor accessory you can get for this. I didn't get that. I've got enough food processor devices, but if that's something you're interested in, you can check that out. I didn't get any fatigue when using this. It was very comfortable. It feels like a solid device. The cord seems to be the appropriate length. It's easy to clean. I just wiped it down and I stuck the beaters in a bowl full of soapy water to clean them. I did wipe them down with the rag too, but that was easy. I assume this is dishwasher safe, but I don't know for sure. I like it. I'm very satisfied. This is so much better than my old hand mixer. Not that that was any huge competition. I don't know, do I feel comfortable giving this a rating yet? I mean, the meringue test was spectacular. The dough test was fantastic. The whipping cream, what happened there? What did I do wrong? I don't think it's the hand mixer's fault. If you know what I could have done better, please leave me a comment and maybe I'll try again. But if I were to give this a review, having used it 3 times, or well, 1 time, 3 different things, I would give it a 5 out of 5. I really like this. I'm so happy I got this. I'm going to throw that old hand mixer in the garbage and let us never speak of it again. Just to be clear, I bought this with my own money. Nobody asked me for my opinion, but I'm giving it anyway. However, I do have an Amazon affiliate link. If you would like to get your own Braun Multimix 5, you can use my link in the description below and help the channel a little bit. Thanks for stopping by.